I always tell young ones to have a mentor, and your mentor doesn't have to be your pastor or
It will
somebody
not
in the
even
household
be
of God.
your parents.
In
No.
fact, the household of God is where I will tell you your church is where it will be the last place I recommend that when you have problems with
Correct.
people. So you have said the people who join them together. It could be your pastor that have joined them together. But does it mean that they have the interest of both of you at heart? It is okay for if you have a mentor, somebody different. I always tell a girl child, don't marry a man who does not have a mentor because it means nobody can talk to him. At least there's somebody you say, "Oh, I'm going to report my husband to." That should be the mentor. So that it's good. When I just thought I should put that right, I should just take that in. When you have a
Okay.
third party, you should know the third party you are going to tell
Of
about your
course. And
marriage.
when I mean the
Yeah,
third party,
yeah.
when I mean the third party, even you have to vet your third party. Do you understand? In my own case, I felt at some point in time, my my dad happened to be like a third party that I tried to discuss things with because there's also a counselor. But at the end of the day, I realized it was not a good third party. So sometimes at the end of the day as well, you have to vet whoever you call your third party, but there should be someone that knows the beginning of your marriage that you should be able to work through. Not every time. I'm saying when things have gone beyond used to yourself and your partner, and you actually understand that you cannot reconcile, like it's very hard for you guys. You know, it gets to a point in marriage whereby the wife is saying A, but the husband is comprehending Z. And it gets to a time whereby the man is saying Z, and the husband is comprehending God knows what. At that point, regardless of what you guys say to each other at that point, no one will be seeing from each other's perspective. Everybody will just see from their own perspective. And that's why I tell people when you get to that stage, it's a crisis that happens in whole marriages. You should have someone that knows the beginning of your marriage that can come and tell you, okay, this is what I feel, and this is what I feel. Maybe that might just shed a light. It's not that that won't be the foundation of what's going to solve your marriage, but it might just shed a light to whatever challenges that you guys are passing through, and might at the end of the day solve it amicably. So to sum all this thing up, my point is just very simple. Ladies that are not married yet, try as much as possible to marry someone that is godly and that is God fearing. With that, you solve half of your problem. If you marry based on human metrics, you're marrying based on beauty, you're marrying based on maybe on looks. I'm telling you, all these things will fade in marriage. That is they tell us before we enter the marriage, and we think, no, mommy she's so beautiful, I have to go with him.
I love her.
Marry beyond.
Yes, like somebody said, marriage is not the way it works for you might not work for the other person. And it's so sad that where you and I come from, the boy child is just being empowered. I would say our parents they failed in, in training up their boy child. Everybody, the community, the parents, the uncles and aunties prepare the girl child for marriage, but they don't prepare the boy child for marriage. They keep telling the boys, you are going to be the head of your home, uh, you need to start doing this. The control, they give them the control. Why the woman, when you sit if you sit anyhow, oh, that is improper way of sitting. But the boy child can actually sit and put their leg on the center table. Let a guy child do that. Society prepares I would say, we are over prepared for marriage uh, against as a boy child. Yes, some of us who I would say how many years I've been married now. It's over 30 years. It wasn't the way it is now. And that is why people are blaming the next gen or generation, this new generation, the Gen Zs. We blame them because they are asking questions. Because the questions we never asked, they are asking the question now, and we see them as being rude. We know you don't know nothing. No, they know what they are doing.
6 months or probably more than a year, do we see the signs that these people would change real quick? And when we see the signs that they would change, are those signs, those changes, are those changes that will be real bad that will lead to divorce, or we just don't see it? Majority of us, from the side of the ladies and from the side of the men, we we take this marriage of a thing, we take it in a way whereby we think about ourselves first. Well, it's good to think about yourself, but another thing about marriage is just that marriage is a selfless institution. And the earlier the better everyone starts to understand this. I'm not just talking about from the point of the ladies. The guys have to understand this. The women have to understand this, that marriage as it is a selfless institution whereby you should be able to sacrifice yourself, your life. And when I say life, I'm not talking about your biological life. I mean things that actually does matter to you, whereby two spouses should be able to, sacrifice it for each other. But majority of us have actually, do things whereby we only think about ourselves alone. And that's the reason why we all face this consequence of maybe people having divorce and quite a lot of things that is happening in our society. Truth be told, we have good people and we have bad people. I was around when I was here when Massive was talking, and one thing I appreciate the most about the things she said was just that she was able to touch on the place whereby she took accountability for the things,
that she did.
you know, she actually did, which wasn't like maybe she contributed so bad to to the breakdown of our relationship, but she was able to stand
Admit.
accountable in the place of, oh, this were the mistake I made. I saw some signs, even though I believe this person was the person that I felt would never hurt me. But at a point whereby I realized that this person was hurting me, I couldn't love myself enough,
To say
to actually
it.
open conversations about this issue that was happening. I tell people, number one, you can't take God out of marriage. And the mistake a lot of people make The mistake a lot of people make in this generation, and in a generation whereby everybody are now questioning the existence of God. The mistake majority of them are making is just that the first foundation of getting to have a good marriage, people are already questioning it. And I can tell you categorically that with the way people are going, we're going to have more consequence. And when I say consequence, I'm talking about bad consequences of marriage later in the future. Because number one, if you have someone that is God fearing, there's a lot of attribute that comes with someone that is God fearing. And I'm not talking about someone that carries the Bible or carries the Quran or reads everything and say, oh, this is me. No, I'm not talking about that kind of God fearing. Someone that you yourself can actually attribute and say, no, I'm pretty sure that this person has the fear of God. The fear of God comes with quite a lot of things. It comes with humility, it comes with accountability, it comes with trust. And even at that, this is not to say things will not go wrong, things will still go wrong, but there's always a center point that you guys will actually come back at the end of the day that will bring you guys to this understanding that yes, this is how we're going to resolve our conflict, because God even knows, our parents know that marriage comes with conflict. You can't say you enter a marriage. I hear people say, oh, I'm going to enjoy my marriage. Yes, you're going to enjoy your marriage if you have easy ways of solving your conflicts. Challenges would come. I've been married for more than 10 years, and I can tell you categorically that the whole honeymoon, everybody would say, oh, we enjoy honeymoon. Honeymoon was beautiful. After 1 week of honeymoon
Now
and
there your eyes
everything, I
go
realized
clear.
it was a different ball game.
Now there your eyes go clear.
I realized it was a different ball game. The person I was seeing, when I would just quickly rush to her house, she's going to come to my house, we'll drive down to the movies. It was absolutely different from the person I was living with.